Today I want to get you thinking about the benefits of using or making a homemade soap. Soap is a product that you incorporate in your lives on a day-to-day basis. And at this point in our adult lives, the act of washing our hands has become second nature. Now, you've probably never actually dedicated any time to actually think about the ingredients within your soap that you apply to your hands every day. In my opinion, the very best reason to use handmade soap is its ingredients. That mass-produced commercial stuff that you get at the grocery store is anything but real soap. In reality, these products are just chemical cocktails made of dangerous detergents and synthetic ingredients that dehydrate and age your skin. Handmade soap is the real deal, and one of the most appealing aspects is that harmful and unnecessary ingredients are not part of the recipe. Today I'm going to show you one of the many in-home products that you can create on your own with confidence. I'm going to introduce you to a beginner's recipe for making a homemade soap without having to purchase lye. This way of making soap is known as melt and pour soap. This method allows you to forget the hazards of working with lye while still being able to make your own product. In order to make this homemade soap, you're going to need the following supplies or ingredients. First, you're going to want to start off with an all-natural based soap. And then you're also going to want to have any herbs or plants that you may want to add to your soap as well. And then for any additional scents, you're going to want to use essential oils. And then you're also going to need a container to mold your soap as well. In order to make this soap, you'll just need to follow these 6 easy steps. So the first step to making your homemade soap is to get your all-natural based soap, and you're going to want to grate about 8 ounces of this up. And this can be done with a simple cheese grater. Now that you have your soap all grated up, you're going to want to add 1 to 2 liquid ounces over your grated soap. Ounces of water, by the way. Now you're going to want to take your grated soap and you're going to want to put it in the oven on the lowest setting. And you're going to want to stir it frequently to avoid burning, and this process can take anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. And this is looking great. This is exactly the type of lumpy consistency that you want from your product. Once your soap is liquefied and a lumpy consistency, you're going to want to remove it from the oven. And now we get to move on to the fun part of the process, where you really get to customize your soap. Now's the part of the process where you get to customize and personalize your soap. You could add pretty much any desired ingredients that you want. Today I'm going to be using some pink Himalayan salt, some essential oils such as eucalyptus and citrus and rosemary, and some dried flowers from the garden. Now once you have all your desired ingredients, you're just going to want to stir them to a nice consistency, and then you'll be ready to pour it into the mold. I've seen other people get really creative with the types of molds that they use for their soap, but in my case I just decided to repurpose an old soap container. And now that you have your soap in its mold, all you have to do from here is wait for the product to cool, and it'll be ready to be removed from the mold and put to use. And if you'd like to speed up the cooling process just a little bit, you could always place your molds into the freezer, and it'll definitely speed up the process of cooling it. Alright, and now after your soap's been sitting in the freezer for a while and it's cooled down to temperature, you're ready to remove your soap from the mold and it's ready for use. Wasn't that easy? So in this video, I showed you the easy steps involved to create your own homemade soap. I discussed the ingredients involved in the process and then explained the process itself. And now your lovely homemade soap is ready to be used and enjoyed for use. Now you've created your own in-home product and you can feel good about knowing what's in your soap. And it'll be there for you when you get your hands dirty.